Hi everyone, welcome to Damage Scaling YouTube channel. I'm your host Eddie Wang, and today we are going to cover Tekken 7 question and answers, and today's topic is going to be about proactive players. And what is a proactive player? If you guys ever heard about analysis the three type of players by Korea Gaming, explained that there is a theory by Love, a Korean player, that says that there are three type of players: brains, heart, and body. And he also explains which one is which. So brains are the type of player that spend most of their time labbing and finding the most use of every possible situation. They are currently mostly lab monsters. They are calm and will exploit the max of every optimal situation. And then there are heart. Those are high risk takers, or in the most common occasions, clutch players. This is where brains are limited. Heart players will mostly do something no one expects, or at some point in a match, or multiple points in the match. They can be very unpredictable. And there is also body. These are execution maniacs, enjoying playing high barrier execution type of characters, do big combos, damage, and so on. And these players mostly lack heart or brains, but it's really not the case. The characteristics are something that can be found on any player. You can find this on yourself, on me, on every single one. So just to give you an example of each, Ni is a type of brains. So Ni is a brain player, because he labs most of the stuff and he is more reserved, he is more calm. So you won't ever see Ni doing insane reads outside of things that he has already planned. And Orange, which is one of the most popular genes of all time, he is a hard player because he is a high risk taker and he clashes out a lot, and he does things that no one else expects him to do. Even to this day we don't understand how he does it, so it makes him a hard player. And then there is body, of course, execution monsters, in this case the one and only Cherry Berry Mango. So why I'm explaining you this, I want to tell you that proactive reactions are usually associated with hard players, because these players are the ones that react to anything, react to everything they see, and it doesn't really matter if their brain can see what they are doing, they're just going to react to it. And while this can be good to a certain level because it makes your reaction quick, it doesn't really matter if your opponent can bait you to do these quick reactions. You are just going to die. So I'm going to show you a few examples and why this doesn't really work. So recently, after the release of the latest Gene School episode, The Strings and Bad Apple, if you haven't checked it, please go and check that one. It's awesome. It has some really high quality voice, high quality video, high quality music. And during that video, the time that video was up, there was a discussion that forward 3-1 is duckable. Well, it is really not a duckable string. What happens is something that I explained on the same episode of Gene School. If you do not place your forward 3-1 well, the one whiffs, and when the one whiffs, the opponent is able to actually duck after the one whiffs, not during, but after the one whiffs, then they are able to duck, because the hitbox of this move and the animation itself is bonkers. It's really terrible. So in order for this to work, you have to be at range 0, where this just doesn't whiff. At range 0 at best is where this doesn't whiff. But this is not duckable because this is +1 on block and it's not duckable. This is a true block string. So you can do this. See? You can do this. That is not duckable. And of course, to Big Boss. This is not bashing, this is just analysis and a way to actually generate some discussion. We explore this together, we go further. So as I said, proactive reactions are really not something that I consider to be advantageous to whoever is reacting to things proactively. Even if they can duck, for example, this they have to duck on the spot. So if I do just 4-4-3 and they duck, then you can start doing hop kicks, you can start doing, for example, down forward ones, you can start doing back forward 2 ones, whatever, because most of the time proactive players react to things that cannot be reacted to. That is the point of this. For example, this string right here, this is reactable, right? Because it gives them enough time to react after they see the tree. But there is one thing that most people don't take in consideration. Having in react to things in training mode, it's a lot more easier than react to things when you are in an actual match. And when you are in an actual match, everything that is surrounding you, the position where you are, what you are currently doing, the life lead, all this is going to go on your head in a flash. So you have to pay attention to what your opponent is doing. And if you are really not like, if you are trying to focus, for example, now it's going to do a 3-1-4 and I'm going to duck 3-1, then you're going to get hit, like for example, by a down forward 1, a back forward 2-1, and all these moves are different. And for example, you won't even care to see the animation of the thing that is being made to you, because that is just going to mess up with your brain, because they can do this, they can do this, you can do this, they can do this, they can do, what else they can do, they can do this, they can do forward 4 and stuff like that. And being proactively trying to react, it's a really bad thing. For example, just real quick, if people can react to 3-1-4, right, it's a duckable string because it's high and the follow-up can be interrupted. So you can see whenever they are going to do 3, where you are going to proactively react to it by flash ducking, right? Or you are going to react to 3-1-4, right? But you already know that in training mode you can set the AI to do 3-1-4 and 3. But if it does 3-1, can you punish? Because 3-1 recover a lot more faster, right? It recovers a lot more faster. So you're gonna have to be a little bit more quicker to actually punish 3-1 than trying to punish 3-1-4. So what happens is the following: when you try to proactively punish 3-1 on reaction, because it's almost impossible, this recovers too fast. So if it does a 3 and doesn't do a 3-1, since you are being proactive, because you're gonna have to punish 3-1 and he just does 3, you are going to do the punish anyway, and he's going to block or he's going to punish. And this, as it's not just proof of concept, there are evidence of this. If you guys remember, the last time Shikurin faced Book, Jin versus Jin, this is how Shikurin killed Book. He just did a 3 and Book reacted proactively with a duck into whatever, and Shikurin just right out killed him. And that was the end of the game. I remember that pretty well. And it was season 2, if not mistaken. So another thing, another proof of, just not proof of concept, this are facts. CBM and JDCR recently went into a match, and CBM did a lot of down forward 1-4, and almost every single time he did, JDCR couldn't even duck 1, because this is a delayable string, and it was either getting hit in counter hit, or during his proactive reaction it was getting hit by the 4 or blocking the 4, but never really he committed to duck or tried to punish, because it's almost impossible to do. So having proactive reactions, it's really not in favor of who is reacting, because when you react to everything that happens in the game, then staggers are what is going to start to kill you. This is fact. Staggers are going to kill reactive players, proactive players. So you're gonna have to make sure of what you read, what you see before you start reacting to it. Of course, there are downsides in each side. Hard players are going to do this much quicker, and brain players are going to do this much slower. But still, as I am a brain player, I think it pays out more to understand what I see rather than just do like random crouch and stuff like that. And I sometimes lose punishes because of this, because sometimes they do something I wasn't expecting and I proactively react to it, but then I really cannot punish, or my reaction to the punish is kind of slow, so I lose punishes opportunities often because of that. So maybe that is because I'm not a hard player, but still this is an interesting topic to take on. So this is not duckable. What is duckable is after they block 2, if the jab whiffs, after they block 4-4-3, if the jab whiffs, then it becomes duckable at -12. But you can just really punish because the jab already whiffed. So trying to duck after is really not a good practice, because then bruh, up kicks. Yeah, that happens actually. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys on the next week.